when you go hatch first, if it's like, even, like, let's say you go pool first, whatever, if you hit this kind of timing, so it's like a 2 base all-in or 1 base all-in, if it's a 14-14, so, or anything like it, if it's banelings that are going to attack you, you make queens and spines. That's the rule, okay? A few lings, but queens and spines, because then you can keep your economy up. You don't have to trade lings for banelings, which is really difficult to do, especially when you're defensive, and you won't have speed in time. But when you face speedlings, you get maybe 1 or 2 spines, and then just pure slowlings. That's all you need.
And then you, I guess you just buy time until you get gas
No,
up
you
and running.
just drone behind it, because you have a spine corner, which is going to add you so much damage.
I guess like he can't really break into the main, but
like
if he can control the low ground with speed, then I think you kind of have to give up your hatchery.
Like for instance, if there's a 14-14, you can add double spine crawler, but you block off the ramp with queens.
But that's the thing though. The ramp up into the main you can block, but for I think it's a little map specific.
You can always hold it with 2 spine crawlers.
And
8 links.
On like all maps.
Just about. I can't remember anyone in which you couldn't, because you place both spine crawlers in your natural and block off with the queens on the ramp.
Oh, Expedition lost Kappa, he breaks down the road.
After 2 years,
Yeah, he
I'll
goes
try.
like for a delayed... there
will actually be an expedition
doesn't like actually attack your fronts. You're like, okay, this is nothing weird, and then he like 10 speedlings up through the back.
I've seen similar stuff actually happen.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's actually get into the next game, shall we? It is going to be, of course, the 4th map between these 2 players. And well, Tenshi, you have the honors.
Our first player here in the top left. It is going to be our red Zug. It's going to be CatZ. Playing for Team Ro8. He's up 2-1. 1 game away from certain victory and $2,000. And his opponent here in the top right, or bottom right, it is in the blue. It's going to be Reason. Taking a fairly decisive loss right to the face there, so that hurts. Nonetheless, can he make the comeback? I believe.
Well, I believe too. And, well, right now, we're going to start this game off with slightly standard openers.
No, don't say that, because we're at 13 supply, and you know what CatZ did on Inferno Pools.
He wouldn't do it again, would he? No, he wouldn't.
It's like
I told you.
like SOS, 2
I told you about the 2020 hindsight.
Well, so, okay, here 14-14. Hello, CatZ.
Hello, CatZ. Okay, so 14-14. So, we've seen...
He does 13-13, and then the game after that...
he's like, this time I'll macro.
Imagine like this, so like 12-12, 13-13, 14-14, and it's just like becomes really dumb from there, but he just continuously does the same
You
build.
can actually start with 10-10 even.
Oh.
10-10 is actually standard build.
Oh no.
Yeah. I'm actually teaching people
Okay,
too many
so
dirty
Reason,
builds.
he goes hatch first. Are we going to see that gas pool? Then that's going to be, yet again, another hard hold for him.
Yeah, the thing is though, the gas pool will give you pre-early
Okay, yeah.
amount of gas, so you
okay.
can get a bean
He's going pool gas, but on 16.
Well, it's still okay. The thing is, you can always hold the 14-14 as long as you scout it correctly. That's a problem though. You need to know exactly what's going.
That's, yeah, exactly. So, as you say, he's going to come in and see no hatchery. But that's pretty much all he's going to see. So I guess he can assume there's going to be some sort of gas play, but not exactly if there's going to be speed, if there's going to be banelings.
Because you see it already, like the 4 links only in making, and as we're going to get constant link production right now, you see the Reason has his pool pretty decent timing still. So now he knows all he needs to do is add the spine cores right away, and he is going to be fine to burrow them in the natural. If he knows how to hold this correctly though, because it can be a bit difficult, and if your opponent tries to, be a bit tricky, and the thing is, Reason doesn't know it's a 14-14 technically. It could still be a 13-13, it could be something earlier, he doesn't know for sure. CatZ is tricky.
He's truly very tricky.
CatZ are tricky.
CatZ are tricky. CatZ are tricky. I was like, that's grammatically... Oh. But,
not this time.
Not this time. CatZ and Reason adding in baneling nests. Speed halfway done here for Red Zug.
A bit unorthodox adding the bane nest though.
Yeah, this is actually going to make it even more all-in, so going to be even harder for him to transition. The Reason though, he has the links out, and I think he knows, because I mean he's seen the links streaming across the map, and he sees that there's no natural for CatZ. No spines in production, though, for a reason. I don't like this at all. I definitely think he should be adding spine crawlers.
Oh yeah, I think it's a surefire way to kind of hold this. Remember,
yeah.
if you have these two queens walling off, as he's doing right now, with two spine crawlers.
Yeah, wait, why do we always see people cutting the spines? Is it because they think, like, no, it's not a big all-in, when it's actually, like, 90% of the time a really, really big all-in?
Well, some people don't like holding with spine crawlers, I know.
So they prefer dying in their games.
The thing is, like, I think he thought it was going to be just 14-14 without Banes, and this is a fine way to hold. One spine call will ensure that you're going to win, but he's kind of cutting that out. But the Banes, though, are going to be an issue. You can't actually attack with all your Banes because then you just lose.
You need to be so careful. Actually, getting a good focus there with that single Zergling. Needs to be careful. 4 Banes for 2 can be a trade that happens, and that's never one you want to be taking. There we go. 2 for 3. Really good for reason, and he's even got the Queen in the main, blocking off a little bit of that entry point into the drone line. Still going to lose a drone or 2 to this. Nonetheless, Reason, for now, has actually made a fairly good hold.
He kind of has, I have to say. I was expecting him to get that spine crawler in time. Now remember, CatZ has more workers, but he doesn't have a natural. Now, remember, Reason doesn't either. So CatZ technically is still ahead. He's,
But I mean,
well, he was. Never mind. That was actually a worker pop. So, never mind. He's at 21 workers. Because the thing is, he was behind. And then suddenly he made a lot of workers and wasn't paying attention to the production tab.
But I mean, I like that decision because he realized, okay, I can defend with what I have, so I'll start adding drones in again. And, well, this game is kind of going to equalize now. CatZ, of course, with that speed, will be able to... right as I say that, though, I was going to say he can deny third base because he has a speed advantage, but we see speed on the way already for Reason now, so he'll also gain equal mobility into this game. This is, remember, very, very important. CatZ playing a very aggressive opener, not doing the damage that he really wanted to.
I just want to say, though, remember that was a really aggressive opener, which actually took a lot of engagements. Still, look at the supply, look at the workers right now, look at the amount of bases and gases. Everything is just about similar up to this point. Now that they decide to, we see, for instance, Reason at the gas and Evo chamber. Still, very, very even.
But it's kind of not the end product that you were looking for as CatZ.
No, you want to be really far ahead. You want to be in a winning position. Probably not winning, but winning position at least.
It'll be like you just come in with such a big advantage that it ends up sort of paying off really well. But he didn't get like close to the amount of value that that sort of opening has potential to give you. Nonetheless, Reason is going to send a couple of Banelings across in. No additional support to go with this. CatZ adding in that Ro8. These Banes without any speedlings here for assistance. I think this is a bit of a risk because imagine if CatZ would have caught that and just split off a single Zergling onto each of those Banes.
Well, a few speedings do come in, and oh, nice split here by Reason. You never want to go up a ramp with the speedings blindly. Always send one in ahead.
Yeah, we saw Beetle take a massive hit versus Reason, actually.
Yeah, Reason learning from Beetle's mistakes.
Yeah, most definitely. Game sort of slowing down a little bit. Ro8 being added in, +1 missile attacks. Les started. The big thing, though, Reason, he is actually up by 14 or 13 workers, which is pretty significant at this point.
Well, right now, CatZ make quite a few Lings and Banes to kind of pressure, but, well, there's enough defense here for Reason. He's going to lose a Queen, which is a bit annoying, but then again, he has a pretty big worker lead, so he's pretty happy with that still. CatZ, though, also go into the La with a +1. He's kind of behind everything except for the Ro8, which he hasn't been using even. So he's going to have maybe the slightest. He's going to have the earlier speed. That's kind of it.
I mean, it could come into play like we saw on Expedition Lost, for instance. He was able to not only dart up into the third base and get the cancel, but he was also able to get away with most of his roaches. As CatZ was looking to. He was close to overwhelming him, but just because he had faster glider reconstitution by roughly 10 seconds, he could make that escape. So maybe the Lings up the ramp, and that's not what you want to be doing. Yeah,
I told you, man, never go up a ramp. Not even in the middle of the map. Never go up a ramp without sending one Ling first. But that was actually CatZ being very sneaky. He was planting a Bane in the middle of the map to kind of catch those Lings of God. It's something you can do as well.
Like a random Widowmine, but in ZVZ.
Yeah. You can even plant one next to the watchtower, which is pretty scary as well.
Gets a single Bane for a single Ling. Not what you want to be doing. We're going to clean up these Zerglings. So third base for Reason is a little quicker, and still he's maintaining a significant drone lead. I don't like this. You know what, looking back on games that I've seen with CatZ, not even super old ones, I mean, maybe going back into looking at the early stages of 2014, CatZ has always sort of seemed reluctant to drones through the mid-game like this when he comes under light pressure, and well, he doesn't, look at that, he doesn't even cancel the third hatchery, so he seems really flustered at this point, even trading off that Bane.
Yeah, he can't be making these mistakes at this point. Way too much on the line to do anything like this. And look at that. All the links of CatZ are going down. And he lost that third base. Now he's going to push with the roaches, though. This is the timing he's been looking for. Reason, though, is going to finish his roach speed just about now. Where the roaches, though, well, we see CatZ still ahead. But there are some links we could see be pulled back here.
He's gonna isolate these roaches and get the kill on them as well. Can even get the drone. So even further slowing down this third base.
Oh my god! And CatZ even moves back. That's a big deal. That's a huge deal. That was CatZ's move.
Yeah, like he had, that was the only opportunity he had before the numbers of roaches would like surpass his own. And he's even going to get the cancel again on this hatchery. If he gets the kill, that's going to be massive. Gets the drone at least. So he's just slowing down this third so much. Reason right now in this game number 4, he's looking absolutely stellar to bring it into a final match 5 so far. If he keeps this up, he's going to be in excellent shape.
Absolutely. Right now, CatZ is way behind Reason in roach numbers. He's behind in drone saturation. He hasn't even gone his third base up. He's just started against a three base economy Zerg, who's right now going to infestation pit already. This is so greedy for Reason, but he knows he can do this, and if he pulls this off without taking any damage from CatZ, CatZ is just miles behind.
Yeah, look at this. He's trying to find a fourth base. Nothing there yet. Reason has his army postured in the third, and he's even got Overlord. His Overlord spread and Creep spread are actually pretty good, giving him a lot of vision here. And once again, look at this CatZ. He continuously commits with units to one side of the map and leaves his other flank completely open. And we've seen Reason actually punish him very hard for this. I think I wouldn't be too surprised to see yet another counterattack with maybe a bunch of speedlings or a handful of roaches try to hit that third.
Yeah, Reason wants to get supply blocking a bit. He has to watch out for that. That's something we've seen recurring quite a bit with him. But of course, the rest of the gameplay is just stellar at this point. Now, here's the thing, though. You talked about Reason abusing CatZ's position. Now, CatZ does the same. Reason is forced back, but this is CatZ's big move. He needs to bring this the third base down and not lose these roaches. If he loses these roaches, he will die. Okay,
so 1 transfuse, 2 transfuses do go down. This third hatchery is dead. But do you know what happened with B-Lord playing versus this guy? Yeah, look at this. Gets the trap and actually closes the vice on these roaches, and suddenly Reason up 180 supply to 113. He's doubling the roaches of CatZ. This is exactly what we saw B-Lord do versus Reason on Expedition. He lost the third base. He gave it up, but he just overwhelmed his opponent, and now he's still even ahead in workers. The upgrades, I think they're fairly even at 2, I believe. Yeah, there we are. Reason, though, with that +1 carapace on the way, retaking base number 3 and base number 4, but he's going to go right up into a wall of spines, and drones are being pulled off the line, and that's never a good sign.
Actually, I'm not a big fan of this. Right now, CatZ is going for the base race, but these spines are going to go down so quickly. Right now, it's all up to Reason to just defend. Sure, he's not going to take this fight, but he sure is going to take the fight in the natural of CatZ. And CatZ will lose everything. If CatZ had defended with all his units, maybe he could have held. But then again, he would have lost his third base, and he couldn't afford that. So he just goes for broke, and it's not enough.
No, definitely not. I mean, Roach is reinforcing from the natural third and main. And Reason bringing down the natural of his opponent. Third base is operational, sure. But he's going to go right up into the main, kill all the drones, get the Roach Warren once again. And this move of killing the Roach Warren, even though he knows he's so far ahead, it's just like... when I'm ahead, I'm going to make sure to just keep you in the ground, and that's exactly what he does. So absolutely stellar matches here from Reason. Sure, he lost to the early aggression of CatZ, but once we come into the mid game, Reason is looking so strong, looks so comfortable, and that's where CatZ struggles. I think that he's realized this, and he's just capitalizing on this fact, and he's poised to become one of the players to make it into the Challenger League and to get those $2,000 additional dollars.
That's a big deal. It's a really big deal. And the thing is as well right now, the Reason is facing CatZ. The CatZ. He's